Hey everybody, Jason Freed here with Leisure Outdoor Adventures with your Leech Lake fishing report for this week. I'm in my boat here this afternoon, kind of catching up on life and re-rigging some rods and kind of reorganizing some tackle and getting ready for this late July heat wave that's about to happen and kind of the next big stretch of guide trips that we have going here for a guide service. Leech has been kind of a grind here of late. We have those peak feeding windows during those early morning hours and late evening. We're able to really get into some pretty good action and up shallow. 5 to 10 feet of water, throwing slip bobbers, casting jigs, crankbaits, all kinds of different ways to attack those fish, and definitely want to take advantage of those feeding periods. But what about the rest of the day? And right now, as we get into this heat wave, and we kind of, as the water temps, which is where they're right now, they're in the low to mid 70s. As they continue to slowly rise, those fish are going to become, some might say, tougher and tougher because of the dog days of summer. And so right now, it's all about reaction bite on Leech Lake. And so when you're not fishing those early morning and those evening hours, what do you do? And then there's a variety of things I have sitting right here in front of me that I'm going to be using here now as I get farther into the summer months here of July and August. And everything from, if you're a guy who likes to troll, taking a slow death hook and trying something like a killer crawler and putting that on a slow death hook and going 1.2 miles per hour and covering ground. Slow death, a lot of people use them during the mayfly hatch, but they can be really good all year round. And the plastic helps because you are going to have to get away from those perch from time to time because of the large perch hatches that have happened out there. To go along with that, try upsizing your spinner blade and going even faster, 1.5 to 1.8 miles per hour. Going quickly along those break lines, those flats, all those areas. And by going faster, you are going to avoid those smaller perch, and you're going to create more of that reaction bite. Other things that will work this time of year as far as reaction bites, the jigging wrap craze is still obviously out there, and that's going well. Number 7 or number 9 jigging wrap. Rippin' wraps or lipless crankbaits. Here's a rippin' wrap. I've been messing around with the new War Pig by Berkley. I think there's a lot of potential with this bait. I've caught a few fish on it. As you know, I like crayfish patterns because those fish are still eating crayfish, or perch patterns are really good on Leech Lake. Swim baits or a jig and a minnow are going to work well as too. Remember, again, this is all about reaction bites. Things that jigging spoons, as well as getting out and trolling crankbaits. As the water warms, gets into those upper 70s, the crankbait bite is going to start to take off. And whether you're trolling on the south end of the lake on those real steep, long break lines, you're trolling the flats out around Goose Island, Grandview Flats, all those areas. A number 5 shad wrap, a number 7 shad wrap, a number 7 flicker shad, a flicker minnow. Whether you're long lining them, whether you're using lead cord, whether you're using planer boards, crankbaits are a great way to locate fish and hone in on those areas. And once you do find them, if they don't bite on the crankbaits, then slow down and try something else. But right now, it's all about reaction, creating and provoking those fish into biting when you aren't fishing during those peak times, in those early morning and those late evening bites where sometimes those fish are going to actively feed more. So, the lake is starting to come around here. The bite is definitely going to start picking up as we get into late July and August. And as we know, Leech is known for a lot of walleyes. And so get out there, enjoy the fishing, give us a call if you have any questions or want to book a trip, and we'll see you next week.